Faye is adorable. Can we keep her? It looks like Marinette has a new friend. But what happened to Cat Noir and Adrian? The world will never know. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to AnimePuffz. I'm your host Wiley, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of Miraculous Shanghai. So if you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Share if you care. Let's get to it. And if you like AnimePuffz, please click the description box. In the description box, you'll find links to my socials. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and I also do have a Patreon for exclusive videos that are not posted on YouTube. So please make sure you check me out. Okay, so ultimately, I really did enjoy this movie. To me, it was like 1,000 times better than United Heroes. Some of you all know that I found like United Heroes to be very charming, but it was just a hot mess to me. So I really didn't care for it. Honestly, I can go without watching it. I like the characters Jess, Aeon, Night Owl, and Majestia. I just don't like that special, so I pretend like it doesn't exist. For me, Shanghai felt like a more completed piece of work. It was funny, it was exciting. Marinette was less creepy, even though she's still kind of creepy. And ultimately for me, it was really nice seeing Marinette bond with her uncle. And it was also like amazing to see, you know, Marinette bond with Faye and make a new friend. So I really love that part. Although Marinette and Faye's relationship kind of started off a bit rocky because, you know, Faye basically stole from her, I did enjoy the special and I do like their friendship. This was like one of the only times, apart from Marinette meeting with Aya, that, you know, Marinette is not competing for the affection of Adrian, which tends to like get in the way of her friendships. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and tell y'all what I think about this movie bit by bit. So we open up the movie with Faye telling the story of her father, Wu Shifu. Wu Shifu was a kung fu master and he owned his own school where he would teach people the art of kung fu, along with some of the humanistic values that he has. Because one day he wanted to pass on these humanistic values, kung fu, along with something from his heritage. And we eventually learned that that part of his heritage was a bracelet, which we now know is a miraculous. So we eventually learned throughout the movie that Wu Shifu was kind of guarding the prodigious. And we also learned that Faye has been adopted by Wu Shifu because she was left outside of his school. So once he found Faye as a baby, he just adopted her, taught her kung fu, taught her his ways. But unfortunately, their father-daughter ties were cut short when he unfortunately like disappeared or passes away is what it looks like. And Faye never really knew what happened to her dad. So she must resort to stealing in order to get enough money to pay a shop owner, it kind of looks like a pawn shop, but a shop owner, to tip her off on what happened to her father. So Faye spends some of her day helping pedestrians, and the other half of her day is kind of spent stealing from people. And she almost nabs like some of Adrian's stuff because Adrian just so happens to be like in the same area as her when she's stealing. But she ends up getting Marinette, who flies all the way from Paris to Shanghai to see Adrian and ends up tracing Adrian down all alone by herself in Shanghai in order to meet with him. That is creepy. And she ends up getting her phone, her necklace, and her Miraculous stolen while she's trying to meet with Adrian. Like she's trying to do a fan meetup.
Sorry. Adrian!
So once Faye ends up trying to sell Marinette's items to this pawn shop owner named Ying, so Ying tries to undercut her and basically doesn't really want to give her much for the items that she stole. So she's really thinking about just giving it back to Marinette, But then Ying comes up with the idea to basically take advantage of Marinette and try to get her to come to the pawn shop so that she'll spend as much money possible to get her valued items back, which is kind of like really jerky. It's like a really manipulative thing to do and a really dirty sales tactic. But Faye tries to do it because she really wants to know the answers to her father's death, like what happened. So Faye ends up bumping into Marinette again and leads her to the pawn shop. And mind you, a little bit before Marinette ran into Faye again, Marinette was wandering through the streets trying to tell everyone that she was kind of lost and looking for her earrings and her items, but no one understood her because she doesn't speak Chinese. But this nice, kind, older woman ended up giving Marinette a pair of earrings, which I thought was so sweet. It really showed how sweet some of the people in Shanghai are. So it was a really nice sentiment. So Marinette and Faye end up bumping into each other, and they go to the pawn shop where this dude Ying is really trying to cheat Marinette out of her money. But of course Marinette is like, it's fine, I'll pay whatever you need me to pay. I'll just call my uncle. And I'm just like, girl, like in this moment she frustrated me, but I thought it was so cute how innocent she was. Like she didn't have any type of street smarts. It's like, girl, do you want to get held hostage? I'm gonna call my uncle. Like what? Okay, call your uncle, give me more money. But Faye basically tells her, nah, you're not paying that price. Let's go, girl. And Faye ends up switching out the earrings that the older woman gave Marinette with Marinette's Miraculous. So Marinette is able to escape with her items. And they basically start running away from the pawn shop owners. And they also bump into a group of boys who are trying to warn Marinette about Faye being a thief. But Faye manages to escape with Marinette and takes her back to a cave. And then we eventually learn that the cave is where the guardian of the Miraculous is, and the prodigious is kept. And it's also right next to Wu Shifu's studio, or to his school. And then Faye transforms into Lady Dragon, and she and Marinette have to basically defend the prodigious, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm gonna keep saying that. Lady Dragon and Marinette defend both the prodigious and the lion Miraculous, and they save the day. And of course, Faye and Marinette become friends with the three boys that they met earlier in that day, and they have a dinner with each other along with Marinette's uncle and Adrian. So in short, I really did enjoy this special. I thought that it was entertaining through and through. I didn't really like the beginning. So I liked the part where Faye was explaining her backstory with her dad, so I thought that was glorious. Then it kind of lost me a bit when we were talking about Marinette flying all the way to Shanghai to see Adrian. And then she lied to her parents and told them that the reason why she wanted to go to Shanghai was to connect to her Chinese heritage and to deliver a package to her uncle.
Yes, I will, because I'm gonna hand it to Uncle Wang myself. You see, because it's high time I visit my uncle in person. Because my uncle is my roots, and I've been trying to connect with my roots for so long, and they keep eluding me. I feel incomplete. Man.
I didn't like that storyline. It feels very kind of disrespectful to me. If you are of Asian descent, please let me know what you thought about that. Just know that your opinions are valued here. And I thought Marinette flying all the way out to Shanghai was creepy. She's leaving the continent of Europe to travel all the way to Asia to see a boy who is not exactly reciprocating her feelings. And he doesn't even know that she's going. That's creepy. And that's really stalkerish. That takes stalking to the next level. But thank goodness, like once we get deeper into this storyline, we don't see any more of that creepy behavior after Marinette gets robbed. Again, I do enjoy the character of Faye, and I did enjoy this story. I just wish that Marinette wasn't meeting another Asian girl in kind of like a bad way. It's like Marinette was open to meeting Faye, but we know as an audience that Faye started off as a thief. So that kind of sucks, but I'm happy that they did bond together. It just feels like most of the time when Marinette meets another Asian counterpart is in a negative way, with the exception of Master Fu. But ultimately, I really did enjoy this special, but please let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And if you are Asian or of Asian descent, what did you think about this special? Do you think that it was good representation? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it needs work? Please let me know what you thought about it. Love to hear from you all. And please make sure that you all follow me on social media. The links will be in the description box, and I also do have Patreon. Sign up for exclusive content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.